Hi, welcome to the channel Quick Math. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. In today's session, we are going to find the properties of natural and whole numbers. In the last session, we have seen the properties of closure property and commutative property. In today's session, we are going to find the properties of natural and whole numbers like associative property, distributive property and identity property. So let's start now. First, we are going to see the associative property under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of both natural and also the whole numbers. Let us see one by one. Associative property under addition. So, as we already know, it is the associative property. In associative property, first we are going to see the natural numbers. Here we are taking three numbers, that is if A, B, C are natural numbers, then A plus B plus C equals to A plus B plus C. So let us see it through an example which will give a clear idea for you. Let us take A as 2, B as 4 and C as 7. Now what we have to do? We have to substitute these values in A plus B plus C. So let us see now. In the place of A I have substituted 2 and in the place of B I have substituted 4 and in the place of C I have substituted 7. Now 2 plus, first we have to do the 4 plus 7 which is in the brackets. So 2 plus 11 which gives 13 and in the same way we have to do for the A plus B plus C. And here also 2 plus 4 plus 7. First we have to always solve the numbers which are in the bracket. Here we are using the BODMAS rule. 6 plus 7 which gives 13. If you observe A plus B plus C and A plus B plus C, both values are same. Both are 13. So, the associative property of natural numbers under addition is satisfied. Now, we have to check the addition for the whole numbers. Let us check now. Here also the same formula applicable. If A, B, C are whole numbers, then A plus B plus C equals to A plus B plus C. Here I am taking A as 3, B as 6 and C as 1. It's your choice of taking your own examples. So now let us substitute these values in A plus B plus C. So after substituting we got 10. And let us substitute these values in A plus B plus C. So first always remember we have to solve the values in the brackets and then the remaining numbers. So after solving it, we got 3 plus 6 which is 9 plus 1 gives 10. If you observe A plus B plus C value and A plus B plus C values both are same. That is 10 and also 10. So now it is satisfied. That means associative property of whole numbers under addition is satisfied. Now let us see the associative property under subtraction. For subtraction, if A, B, C are natural numbers, then A minus B minus C equals to A minus B minus C. Here also we are taking some examples. Let us take some examples. A as 2, B as 4 and C as 7. So as I already said, you can take your own numbers. So A minus B minus C equals to 2 minus of 4 minus 7. If we solve the first in the brackets 4 minus 7, it gives minus 3. So 2 minus of minus 3. Minus into minus gives plus. So 2 plus 3 equals to 5. Now let us see for A minus B minus C. So here 2 minus 4. First we have to solve the numbers which are in the brackets, that is 2 minus 4 which gives minus 2. And the next one is minus 7. If you add, it gives minus 9. So now if you observe the values for A minus B minus C and A minus B minus C are different. For one we got 5 and the other one we got minus 9. Which is not at all equal. That means it doesn't satisfy our condition. So, associative property of natural numbers under subtraction is not satisfied. Now, let us see for the whole numbers. If A, B, C are whole numbers, then A minus B minus C equals to A minus B minus C. The same for the natural numbers, for the whole numbers also. Here I am taking A as 3, B as 6 and C as 1. Now let us substitute these values in this equation. So as we already said, we have to first solve the numbers which are in the bracket, the operations which are in the bracket. So we got minus 2. Now let us see for A minus B minus C. And let us check whether we get the same answer or not. So after substituting, we get 3 minus 6 minus 1, which is minus 3 minus 1, which is equals to minus 4. If you observe, minus 2 and minus 4 are totally different. That means the values for both are different. So minus 2 is not equals to minus 4. So it is not satisfied. That means associative property of whole numbers under subtraction is not satisfied. In both natural numbers and whole numbers, the property is not satisfied. Now let us see the associative property under multiplication. For multiplication, in the place of subtraction symbol, minus symbol, we have to substitute into. That's it. If A comma B comma C are natural numbers, then A cross B cross C equals to A cross B cross C. Here I am taking A as 2, B as 4 and C as 7. It's your choice of taking your examples, as we already said. Now substitute these values in A cross B cross C, which gives 2 into 4 into 7. Here also first we have to solve the operations which are in the bracket. So 4 sevens gives 28 and 2 28 gives 56. Now let us check for the next one, that is A cross B cross C. So 2 cross 4 into 7. Here also we have to follow first the brackets. So we got 8 into 7, which is 56. If you observe, both values are same. So A cross B cross C gets the answer as 56 and A cross B cross C gets the answer as 56. So it is satisfied. Now let us see for the whole numbers. If A comma B comma C are whole numbers, then A cross B cross C equals to A cross B cross C. Let us take A as 3, B as 6 and C as 1. Now substitute these values in the given equation and check whether it will satisfy the condition or not. If we observe, as we have already substituted, here we got for the first one as 18. And let us check for the next one. Here also we got our answer as 18. That means both the values are same. That means it satisfies our condition. So associative property of natural numbers on whole numbers under multiplication is satisfied. Now let us check for the associative property under division. In the place of multiplication symbol, we have to substitute division symbol. If A comma B comma C are natural numbers, then A divided by B divided by C equals to A divided by B divided by C. Let us take A as 2, B as 4 and C as 7. As we have said number of times, you can take your own examples and you can check. If you check like that, it will be easy for you to identify the properties and to remember also. So as we have substituted here, we got A divided by B divided by C as 3.508. Now let us check for A divided by B and divided by C. So 2 divided by 4 divided by 7. As we have said, always we have to satisfy the first. We have to solve which are in the brackets. So as we solve, we got 0.07. So 3.508 and 0.07, which is different. So it is not satisfied. Now let us check for the whole numbers. For the whole numbers, the same condition is applicable. Now let us take A as 3, B as 6 and C as 2. In the same way how we have substituted for the previous properties, here also we are substituting. After substituting, we get A divided by B divided by C gives as 1. Now let us check for the next one, that is A divided by B divided by C. So it is 0.5. If you observe, the first one is 1 and the next one is 0.5. The values of both are different. So, it doesn't satisfy the condition. Associative property under division of both natural numbers and whole numbers not satisfied. Now, let us check in this table so that it will be easy for you to identify the associative property of natural numbers and whole numbers. If we observe, associative property of natural numbers under addition satisfies. In the same way, whole numbers also satisfies. Now let us check for the subtraction. So, subtraction of natural numbers doesn't satisfy. So into mark. Next, for the whole numbers also not satisfied. So into mark. In the same way, multiplication satisfies and the division doesn't satisfy. So now let us check for the distributive property over addition. So now distributive property over addition means here we are taking three variables, that is A, B and C. Now A into B plus C equals to A into B plus A into C. Here we are distributing our A throughout the remaining variables. Here A into B plus A into C. Now what we have to do? Yes, here we are distributing our values to the both. We are multiplying each terms by A. Let us take A as 3, B as 4 and C as 10. And substituting these values in A cross B plus C, which is 3 cross 4 plus 10. That is, first we are solving 4 plus 10, which gives 14. So 3 into 14 gives 42. Now let us check for A cross B plus A cross C, and we have to check whether both the answers are same or not. If it is not same, it is not satisfied. If it is same, it is satisfying our condition. So A cross B plus A cross C equals to, substituting our values, 3 cross 4 plus 3 cross 10. Cross is nothing but the multiplication symbol. So 3 fours gives 12 and 3 into 10 gives 30. So 12 plus 30 means 42. So let us check once again. 3 cross 4. First we are doing the number 3 cross 4, which gives 12, and 3 cross 10, which is 30. Now 12 plus 30 equals to 42. If you observe, A cross B plus C equals to 42 and A cross B plus A cross C gives 42. That means it satisfies our condition. So distributive property over addition of both natural numbers and whole numbers is satisfied. So next we have to check for the other property, that is identity property. Now let us check for the identity property. If we observe here, we are taking the identity property of whole numbers. Why we are not taking the identity property of natural numbers? Because let us see with an example which will give you the clear idea. So here we are seeing the additive identity first. Let us take a number . So if we observe here, 4 plus dash gives exactly the result 4. Which number if you place in that blank, it will give you 4? Obviously 0. And in 23, which number if you place in that blank, you will get 23? 0. So 0 is called the additive identity of that particular whole number. Why the natural number doesn't contain additive identity? Because 0 is not included in the natural numbers. 0 is included only in the whole numbers. So 0 is called as additive identity for whole numbers. Or also you can say 0 is the identity of addition for whole numbers. You can say in both the manner. So 0 is our additive identity for whole numbers and it is not applicable for the natural numbers as 0 is not included. Now let us see the multiplicative identity. For the multiplicative identity, which number if you multiply by a number it gives the exact result. So let us take here an example. So here we are taking some numbers